This is about the rare opportunities that you receive in life, which takes your life to another direction, and you don't realize it immediately. It becomes apparent after some time. So I'm Sangeeta, and I'm leadership growth mentor. And the other day, I was thinking about what was that story which propels my story to be an unusual person, unusual leadership position. And those are the rarest opportunities of life which comes up when you seek for them. And it happens with anybody and everybody. So when it comes to your fulfillment of your career, it is Tony Robbins says that art of fulfillment. Any career is science of achievement and art of fulfillment. But what is that art of fulfillment? There are many things which comes naturally to you, but you don't actually manipulate them. And even most of the time, even more than that, we don't recognize the opportunities that come our way. Actually, we get blessed with lot many opportunities depending upon what we are asking for. So it is kind of a divine mechanism that is happening around ourselves, which is more than just management, more than just only management in life. Life is not about only management and how your mindset works around the workplace and your job and all those things. It is about something extra than the job and extra than the career and extra than the management issues, and the um, clues that we get for ourselves. Uh, and then this abstract dimension of our life comes in, and this is where we need to think of, we need to uh, mm, take note of what is extra that is coming, which is despite our effort, which is not dependent on our effort, but it is dependent on our choice, dependent on our our outlook, mainly I should say. And the way you are looking for some opportunities which are not a function of your education or your qualification, experience, anything. It is not dependent on that. It is just a mindset. And that mindset, when it starts working, it it actually attracts those opportunities. Very abstract. And the other day, what I was thinking, what I was trying to um, mm, say, building my story as to how those opportunities have come up in my life. That is when I um, saw many of the opportunities when I was a child. I saw my father respecting my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, because she was a very intelligent lady according to my IIT and father. So it is not about qualification that people respect about you. It is about how you display and handle your life that people come to respect you. That is the first learning that I had. Then the second learning I had was when I was in school. I was a very brilliant student, a kind of, you can say. And I was expecting to be securing the first 10 position in our school board. And I was not in first 10, but I was in 36th rank, which was no less brilliance, of course, because out of say several lakh students, you become a 36th ranked student. It is no less brilliance, because the just 0.5 or 0.1%, point one a difference in your number that actually pushes you back to the 36th position. That is what happens. So I remember I was just 20 or 25 number less, um, not number actually, it is about, yes, that is what I was less from the first positions person, and that is how. So it must be just some point. But as a child, I was a child still, and it came to my mind that despite so much of that you do, the recognition as a person who secured the highest or whatever, it comes, it may come, it may not come. And the recognition goes to the first 10 ranked students. So recognition doesn't come to other people. Although people recognize, of course, and now I recognize myself. But at that time, the spotlight goes to the first 10 ranks, and when you aspire so much and when dream around that kind of recognition, it comes as a disappointment, and that disappointment actually taught me something. I decided, what use securing this recognition in terms of education. One should better go for something where one can impact people's life. How I came to that conclusion is, I say, whenever I'll study, suppose going forward, that was just a school exam that I am quoting, and going forward, I'll be a college student, then I'll be a university student, and I'll be securing positions or marks or division, whatever. And even if I become the highest or topper, then also it doesn't do good to anybody else. So why to invest so much of energy in just securing the higher topmost position if given you are a brilliant student? So brilliance, our education system, brilliance comes when you brilliance is acknowledged when you secure the topmost position. You secure the best mark that is there, which is very absurd, right? Brilliance is not in terms of mark. Do you expect that? Do you accept that brilliance is in terms of mark? Brilliance is something which comes out, which does something good to somebody, and you display the way you think, display your thought process, right? So I lost all interest in my education, and then uh, uh, moving on, when I started my career, I I was attending a HR workshop where I was from the smallest organization, and two senior people from a very big organization also were there. And it was a HR workshop wherein we were expected to display, so discuss about our HR policies. Being from a very small organization, my organization didn't have any HR policy at that point. So I took one day and designed my HR policy and presented. So that is why I qualified for the position in a big company. Because of my disinterestedness in educational qualification, I didn't have, I of course I'm a university graduate, but I didn't have that kind of qualification to apply to that kind of company, and where their stringent policy about screening a person is also very, very difficult to where I would have qualified being a general student, right? But I qualified and I came. So that is another opportunity, right? When one HR workshop where I happened to meet the senior most people from that company who had this power to recommend me, and then I went on to that company and I executed 5 big projects out there, which also was not what I would have thought of in the beginning. The only thing is that my love to be in the ground level impacting people was the choice, was the only thing that I displayed as a qualification to be part of that those projects. So when I went there, I was part of those projects. Then the next thing was I looked for solutions rather than problems. So excuses were many. When it becomes a difficult project, excuses will be many more. But what I tried doing was solving those problems. Whatever problem came my way, I started solving them. So that is why I executed about 5 very significant projects for the company, impacting about 1 crore lives uh, due to those projects. This um, brought me recognition, right? Beginning of the career, I wouldn't have thought of this kind of recognition. So the way you design your recognition and the pattern of success in the beginning that is going to happen doesn't come the way we think of. It comes the way it has to come, right? So my point here is, do you recognize those kind of opportunities? And how would you recognize those kind of opportunities if those are coming your way? What you can do is always look for your strength area. Your strength area, according to that, you do the next right step. You should not give any excuse in not doing that right step because of something happened. For example, you may have a disagreement with somebody because of which you will not do the next right step, right? But that should not be your step. You have to do the next right step. Doing the next right step always puts you ahead of other people, right? That shows about your mindset. That tells more about your mindset. That actually gives a lot away, lot highlight about your character. And people and the opportunities choose your character. I think so. That is what all I had displayed. Because right now, when I'm looking to train people in this kind of mindset, who can achieve in their own area, wherever you are, you can be your best, right? You can be your best, and you can achieve according to your strength area. You don't know, right? You don't know, or you might be knowing, but maybe there is something which is missing, which is very individualistic. When you think of individualistic achievement, it doesn't come. So we can, do you realize that right now the world needs people who are thinking global? It is, that is very essential, right? Right now, people, the world looks for people who are looking and thinking global. Unless those people are here, it will be difficult to train anybody in anything to achieve a global goal. For example, say global warming. Don't you think it is a collective goal? And people have to be oriented in something which is beyond their individual capacity. That is why I am doing what I am doing. That is why I am looking to train people, orienting people about their own mindset, about the way they behave with the environment. That is why I'm doing what I am doing. So if you like this video, do approach me and register for free for my next webinar, or keep in touch, reach out to me so that we can discuss in my next webinar. Usually I have these webinars on Saturday 7 p.m. This time it will be on 20th of November. So let us meet out there. Thank you.